And your Triumph sounds great. Hey everybody, it's your good buddy 650 Eve here. Steve, we gotta pick up the speed. We got cars that are trying to get past us, but we're on some beautiful Triumph motorcycles. Steve is on the Speed Triple 1050, and I'm on the Street Triple 765 for 2017. These are amazing bikes. What do you think about them, Steve?
Yeah, you're on the top model RS, and I'm on the previous model 2013 Special Edition. And I'm absolutely having a blast out here enjoying these Triumph Nakeds, middleweight versus heavyweight. And don't confuse the versus for SMACKDOWNs, and we're planning on racing the whole time we're out here. We really want to compare and show you guys what Triumph has to offer.
Yeah, we do. And one of the things they have to offer for this 2017 RS is this beautiful thin film transistor screen that's right. We gotta go, Steve.
Nice.
Their car's trying to pass us. So basically these cars are making us do SmackDowns.
Yeah, well, we're trying to get the hell out of their way, right?
All right, so yeah, back to the vlog. I mean, you look great on that bike. I love the extra carbon fiber you have on it, but most of that carbon fiber came with the bike, right?
Yeah, so a Speed Triple in 2013. Now, remember, this is my very first motorcycle. This didn't come with the fly screen, as they call it, did not come with the tail cowl, and did not come with the belly pan factory from Triumph when you would buy a base model Speed Triple. Now they have gone to the Speed Triple S model, which has quite a few changes. The headlights are a little different. They're throttle by wire with riders modes, which all of Triumph motorcycles are now, which you have to experience there. You have all different gauge layouts with that motorcycle, along with different rider modes.
And that bike also came with an undertail exhaust, didn't it?
Yes, yeah, this bike came with the undertail exhaust, and I did the Aero Triumph, stainless steel exhaust. I shed a bunch of weight. It's got the nice carbon fiber tip can on it, and they got the Triumph up mat, and it's got a DMC air filter installed. But other than that, no other engine mods have been done to this bike. These bikes, I believe, were somewhere right around 140 horse.
Nice, very nice. And it's a single-sided swing arm, very lovely. I can see that entire rear wheel there. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, that's always been the big telltale difference on a Street Triple versus a Speed Triple, and the single-side swing arm is cosmetics, obviously. It looks great, real clean. You can see that wheel. The standard swing arm that's on RS there is much lighter, so it makes it probably a better track weapon, as well as this Speed Triple handles. You have better components on that motorcycle there with your Showa forks and your Öhlins rear shock on that bike that's fully adjustable.
Look at this amazing display. How could you not love this beautiful motorcycle? And the power that it delivers is just amazing. As I'm going to demonstrate by smacking Steve down real quick. Well,
you like it?
I love it. I love the fact that you're on a 1050 and I'm on a 765. Oh, nice corners here. Very nice. These things can handle very well, can't they, Steve?
Dude, it's unbelievable. The mid-corner feel that this Triumph Speed Triple has, which has always been its strong suit in all reviews, is just amazing.
Wow.
It feels so good mid-corner. It just feels like you can do no wrong.
Wow, that was a lot of adrenaline rushing there.
Very spirited. These bikes are so well planted, so well figured out. Triumph since the 60s is worried about handling and braking long before they worried about straight line performance.
Absolutely. That thing's got so much power coming out of the corner, that 1050 you're on.
It has a lot of good corner exit, that's for sure. There we are.
Yeah, nice.
Let's
Very nice.
turn into this parking lot. We'll trade out motorcycles.
Okay.
I can't wait to ride that bike. Remember, no
Yeah,
quick
love it.
shifter, no auto blip.
Okay.
You have ABS and fuel injection and a great chassis and a great power plant.
Okay. Well, you take the lead.
Not quite the torque of the 1050. Feather clutch too. Very, very easy to pull in clutch.
Oh, wow. The power in this thing, man. Much more power, much more torque.
Yeah, and I feel right away this bike is much more nimble and lighter.
I tried to use the imaginary quick shifter.
I always, I've been getting in the habit of just blipping the throttle, just chopping the throttle with a little bit of up pressure on the shifter for my upshifts and downshifts, which even in track school, you know, as in my novice courses I've done, they teach you that's not a bad thing to do.
Right.
Now, my first impressions immediately of just sitting on this bike, I feel like I'm sitting higher. I feel like I'm sitting on it instead of in it like I do on that bike.
Sure.
Smaller seat, easy to move around. Oh, man, so flickable, though.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And then skinnier. So my legs are on the humps of the tank on that bike, which, you know, feels quite a bit different than this. You're definitely more what I can say I feel with the 675 and how good my legs fit in these indentations in the tank here.
Yeah, I like that. I like that feature too.
So we're in total sunlight and I can read the gauges. Got a fuel gauge. Triumph, even on their little super bike, the 675Rs that we own, they don't neglect a fuel gauge, which is awesome. Yeah, this bike turns in great.
This one's nice too, man. This one is just like an old school sort of feeling of just brute power with no rider aids, and I like that for some reason.
That's something I've been trying to tell you about how great that bike really is. We have conversations of bikes that don't need any electronics at all, some that are loaded with electronics just to stick with the times, and you know, then there's the bikes that are awesome without it because they have a great core. And the Speed Triple, I mean, especially in Europe, but the Speed Triple has a cult following, man. People just adore those bikes since the first generation came out with the 955. They actually did a Speed 4, which is a unique bike. They only did it for a couple of years, which it looked just like the Speed Triple, but had a inline 4. But they got rid of it because the Triple's a better engine in this application, I feel. The mid-range, the power curve is just infinitely smooth and not snatchy. You know, I felt bad because I was going to go around and pass one of our motorcycle brothers.
Yeah, but our car just passed us.
Yeah, I know. Gosh, I'm sitting here BSing, and this guy's just riding his ride.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Nope, no, not at all. We're going to turn around, and I want to hit it a little bit harder and get a better feel for this bike. Oh yeah, very nicely balanced. I could slow race the hell out of this thing.
Okay. So now you're on the street triple and I'm on the speed.
Yep. Wow, great acceleration. Great mid-corner feel for a long sweeper. Great power out of the corner, even at high speed. Quick shifter feels like butter.
Yep.
I'm blipping for downshifts.
Yep.
Nice. Nice. What a home run for Triumph here, man.
I think so. I really do. All right, Steve. So now you're on your Triumph 675R, and I'm on the street triple 765.
That thing's, the rider modes are definitely a huge difference. It makes it a completely different bike, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Right now I'm in track mode. Earlier today we were riding on, what, street mode?
Yeah, street mode. I had it in track mode a couple of times, but yeah, street and road, I believe. They're icons, so I guess I should have done more due diligence, but I'm not going to bore you with the statistics of exactly what it is, besides for what a visceral riding machine both of these motorcycles are.
Yes, they are. And your Triumph sounds great with the full aero exhaust system. And it looks great too. A lot of people have complained that they think it's too big, but it's one of those things, if you saw it in person, you'd appreciate it more.
Yeah, I'm appreciative about the amount of weight we lost.
Yeah.
I love going around corners with these bikes.
They're awesome. They're made for corners.
Wow. Nothing else more to say.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the bike handles well. This is a middleweight bike, and it just really handles the road very well.
Yeah, you're gonna have to steal some of that footage, buddy. Loving it. Yeah, so now, besides for me riding around with my turn signal on, this bike has all the same modifications your 675R has. So it has the Triumph up map, the full titanium aero race exhaust, and we installed the Op7 LED headlamps on it. And other than that, we did the Competition Works tail tidy integrated tail lights. So performance-wise, I would say that these bikes, my personal bikes, have an edge on the 765, but I see a lot of potential as soon as we get rid of that Cadillac converter and, you know, do an aero exhaust on that bike. Nice. Beautiful.
This is a bumpy road, but this bike with the Olin suspension, it handles the road, the bumps very nice.
I'm telling you, Olin suspension, non-electronic Olin's, is a magic carpet ride in most cases, because I'm hitting all the hardest bumps. You can hear it in my voice a little bit, but it's not bouncing me off the seat, and I'm not putting extended pressure on the pegs on this bike.
Right. Bye-bye.
Not gonna happen. Not today, buddy.
Not today. I tried to sneak up on you and get that one in, and it didn't work.
You tried. You tried very hard.
Yeah, good one. It's that freaking 35-pound weight difference between the two of us that gets me all the time.
Yeah, this bike is definitely at a higher tune state. So the reason for this comparison of these Triumph triples is more or less to again, beg Triumph to do something as great as what they've already done with this and transfer some of those parts onto this, which, crossing our fingers, I hope they're not going to drop the ball.
Me too, and I love the way this screen is adjustable, man.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It tips and has adjustable angle on it.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
More punch out of that bike for sure.
Oh boy, it seems like on every bike that I get on, you put the shellacking down on me, and I'm tired of it, quite frankly. The next time this guy and I race, he's going to be wearing a weighted vest. What do you say, 40, 50 pounds?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more difference in the amount of your aerodynamics as your figure compared to mine too. I mean, I'm not a small guy. I'm 6 foot, 195 pounds. So you get one of these 135 pound 15 black S1K guys on one of these bikes, and you know, at that point, then they'd be putting the smackdown on me no matter what I did. I'd have to have a lot more horsepower to beat them.
Exactly. But this bike is fully capable. I mean, it's really good. Let's see what you got for me. 1, 2, go! Well, it looks like you've got a lot for me.
She almost got away from you there, didn't she?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's a good hooligan bike too, man.
Oh yeah. Well, that was a nice airplane wheelie.
She was up there.
Yeah, for a long time. Thank goodness that's not a demo bike you're riding, that's your personal bike.
Yeah, I would never do that to a demo bike.
We've been riding some awesome Triumph motorcycles today. Tell us a little bit about them. You're a big Triumph fan.
Yeah. So we really were, I don't know, we had a very fortunate day today being able to ride the new Street Triple 765 RS and compare and contrast versus its big brother, the Speed Triple 1050.
Sure.
Which is my personal bike. It's a special edition. And last but not least, the 675 Daytona R. And these are all Triumphs, you know, in sport bike terms, they're middle and heavyweight triples, you know. So this is the closest that Triumph gets to making a super bike or a super sport bike. And this, I think, is going to be an iteration of a lot of technology and a lot of things that are going to trickle into the rest of the product lineup with the dash, with the rider modes that are already making it in the T120, the Bonneville range anyway. And it's just an unbelievable package with the full, you know, Öhlins rear shock, the Showa front forks, Brembo N50 brakes on it. ABS, different rider modes. You put it in a full-on track mode, you lose your rear ABS, so you can back the you know, motorcycle into turns heavily. And then to top it all off is the details of the bike, the beautiful stitching on the seat, the graphics that they do that may seem to be a little subtle compared to some of the Japanese brands, but you know, really is a very clean look here with the bar end mirrors that are factory, which I would have to say I would not change, you know. So
Can you take us through the menu a little bit of this?
well, you have just a joystick right here and a home button, so it's pretty easy to operate through. Home button here, and then your 5-axis or 5-button joystick right here, and then you have your rider modes right here. So when you set up your rider modes, you can do them on the fly, as long as, I found out the hard way, as long as you pull in the clutch.
Yeah.
And you know, close the throttle completely, because it's throttled by a wire. So, but yeah, there's all different menus and setups there, and anytime you get discombobulated or whatever, you can always you know, go into different modes here and different displays via the home button right here, so that'll take you right back to home no matter where you're at.
Yeah, so these different layouts are called styles, and right now it was in style 1, now it's in style 2. What do you think about that one, Steve?
Yeah, I like that too. So it's the tack is more pronounced, you know, speedo centered in the center.
And now this is style 3. Well, it must have more styles in that, because there is a style that we're not seeing that you and I don't really care for.
Yeah, that's set up in auto. So when I go through rider modes and gauge layout is in auto, it attaches itself to the different riding modes. So if it's in rain mode, it gives you more of a, I don't know, I guess a rainy feeling.
Sure.
I don't know, but they're more appropriate for what Triumph thinks it's a default setting or whatever. So,
Sure, that's awesome.
yeah, but very impressive, and the ride-by-wire feels great on the bike. The feel is awesome. So I rode these two bikes back to back, and as much as I love my Speed Triple, I do find it a little bit more comfortable than Street Triple, because you sit in the bike, you have a wider seat for your fanny, and you know, it's just I think nearly a lower seat height. I mean, I guess YouTube could tear me up by saying that, but it feels like that anyway when you're sitting on it.
Sure.
And
Feels that way to me too, by the way.
but this bike here is definitely more flickable. You definitely feel the weight of the Speed Triple, but when we were doing our roll-ons and accelerating out of corners and stuff, that's where this 1050 Triple definitely takes over, you know, for accelerating out of corners. So corner exit is unbelievable. I forgot how much fun this bike really is, because I don't ride it much anymore.
So that'll wrap it up today from Steve's private residence, riding these amazing Triumph Triple motorcycles here. The Street Triple RS 765 2017 model was brought to us courtesy of Triumph Detroit, and our good buddy Jay allowed us to test ride this bike pretty much all day, which is going to turn into all weekend, because Steve doesn't have to bring it back until Tuesday or something like that. So many thanks to our good buddy Jay from Triumph Detroit, and the rest of these bikes were purchased from Triumph Detroit. So Steve is a valued customer there. So if you like the video, hit the like button. You can subscribe to the channel by clicking subscribe, and new videos are always uploaded to the channel, you noisy truck. Stay tuned for more videos, and as always, thanks so much for viewing from Steve's noisy private residence, where trucks run amok in beautiful, delightful Detroit. Stay tuned for more.